I'm Wayne Dalsano.
I'm Alex Dalsano.
And I'm Jared Dalsano.
And we farm in the Clare area, the Mulgrave area. I'm third generation cane farmer. The boys are fourth generation. We've gone into some soys and mung beans as well. We farm 800 hectares, and we've done a bit of small crops, some pumpkins and stuff as well.
My name's Richard Kelly. I farm out Maidavale area. We've had the farm in the family for about 110 years now, and I'm fourth generation, Michelle's fifth generation. The farm we're doing the trials on, we've owned for about 27 years, and it's just across the road from the home farm, so soils are somewhat similar. Well, a few years ago, about 3 years ago, farmers approached us about doing nutrient trials in Q240. It's a new variety and they didn't have a lot of information on the requirements, nitrogen requirements and that sort of thing for 240, so we took it on, and we're coming up to the third year now.
Yeah, I guess the reason when pharmacists approached us to do that trial that we wanted to do it was because we're fertilising on a standard regime across the property, and with some of these varieties they're more efficient on N, and obviously we're copping a hiding with our CCS. So when we done that first year of the trial, we could see that by lowering the N on certain varieties, we were certainly picking it up in CCS, and there was no loss in actual tonnage. So we're pretty happy with the results. As farmers, we're passionate about what we do, and I mean, if we get told that our farming habits are impacting the reef, or runoffs impacting the reef, we take that to heart, I suppose, because your inputs are very expensive. The last thing you want to be doing is letting them run out the end and impacting on the wider community. We're sort of here. We want to farm for the next generations. It's not only about what we can get out of the farm. We want to leave the property in a good shape for the next generation, and so on after them, I guess. So that's probably been the driver for me, and I've had some involvement in other industries, and they were growing other crops, and they were very proactive. And the minute they done some trial work in the Vertican, they were doing water runoff testing and all of that sort of stuff, and it made me stop and think for a bit that that's what we need to do, to have some facts and figures to say that, hang on a minute, we are doing a good job. We're trying, and if we are finding that there's something we're doing that's impacting someone else, well, we'll change. We'll make the changes to get it right, I guess, and that's probably been the driver for me.
Through using GPS and precision ag, we're using that to map all our chemicals and fertilising applications. That way we can look back, and if something does muck up, we've got a record, so we can work on getting inputs down to increasing our outputs, and that way sort of thing.
So in the future we'd like to see more work done on automation, so like Enduro sensors and automatic outlets to improve on profitability, so there's less labour costs, and also there's less like runoff going into the reef.
Or like especially for younger people who haven't been on the farm, who haven't got 40 or 50 years of farming experience, the GPS really helps. Straight lines for sure. You've got the G dot that tells you when you should be watering, when your water's decreasing in the soil. I think technology really helps. It really gives you a bit of a boost. You don't need to try and remember all your rates of fertilizer and that kind of thing.
I think the work that Pharmacist has done with us, and the Project Catalyst, it's probably encouraged me to get in and do this sort of stuff a lot quicker than I probably would have done myself. I mean, you look at things and say, oh, I'd like to have a go at it, but sometimes the logistics of setting it all up, it becomes overwhelming. But yeah, I've got to say, pharmacists, you know, they've made it quite easy to get this work done, and you know, brought it to us in terms that, you know, we can understand, like making it easy, not making it too complicated, and you know, just overseeing the projects made it all work well, made it easy to work through. And yeah, I think that you know, with the help of the Project Catalyst, it's definitely made this achievable a lot earlier, and it's, yeah, this learning has sort of opened our eyes as to what we can do, and yeah, sky's the limit with where we can go from here, I guess. So